Subscribe now to join our community.
Redang Island is a scary story from France about a group of teenagers who go to Malaysia on vacation and hear an intriguing story about a nearby island that is said to be cursed. There was a group of 6 friends, 3 guys, and 3 girls, who went on vacation to Malaysia. They were all very happy because it was their first real holiday together as boyfriends and girlfriends. From Singapore, they took a plane to Redang Island, a large island off the coast of Malaysia. In the Malay language, it is called Pulau Redang. When they touched down on the island, they took a taxi to their hotel and started unpacking their things. That evening, they went down to the hotel bar and ordered some drinks. As they were chatting, they overheard the conversation of 2 old men at the other end of the bar. One man was telling his friend a very strange tale about another island nearby. "And now my friends are gone," he said. "All 4 of them. 2 disappeared completely and the other 2 committed suicide. I rue the day we ever went to that wretched isle." The group of friends were very interested and listened intently to the old man's story. "They say the island is cursed," continued the old man. "It's shaped like a crescent moon and has the most beautiful beach you've ever seen. In the daylight, it looks tranquil and serene, but every single person who has set foot on its shore has suffered a terrible end. The man who first laid claim to the island was a Malaysian by the name of Chiming Megat. He built a shack on a rocky outcrop where he and his wife planned to live. Shortly afterwards, he was murdered by persons unknown and his body was found on the rocks, wrapped in a carpet. His wife drowned at sea. Years later, a married couple moved to the island with their servant girl. Soon, the husband fell in love with the servant and they began an affair. When the wife found out, the husband and the servant girl hung themselves from a tree and committed double suicide, which was never quite explained. The wife's boat overturned when she tried to leave the island and her body was never recovered. The 6 friends were intrigued by the strange story and the next day, they decided to visit the cursed island. However, they found it difficult to hire a boat that would take them there. Most of the boat captains they asked refused to go near the island and others would not even speak about it. Eventually, they found a local fisherman who agreed to take them to the island if they paid him 300. That day, at noon, the 6 friends gathered at the dock and boarded the little fishing boat. For some of them, it would be the last time they were seen alive. 10 days later, there was a front-page story in all of the Malaysian newspapers. Police are searching for 6 young people who disappeared from Redang Island. Their whereabouts is still unknown. There were pictures of the 3 boys and 3 girls and everything. Then, on the 12th day, a resident discovered the bodies of the 3 young men washed up on the beach. They were completely naked and their skin was covered in cuts and bruises. One of the 3 was missing an arm and an ear and the other 2 were horribly mutilated, but they were still alive. They were rushed to hospital and the doctors managed to save their lives. However, they were unable to remember anything that had happened over the last 12 days. A few weeks later, 2 of the survivors died. They were found hanging by the neck in their hospital rooms. One had a note pinned to the chest that read, "The last survivor of the cursed island will also die soon and then the secret will be safe." The last survivor was placed under surveillance. He attempted to take his own life, but the nurses managed to stop him before he succeeded. The young man survived the suicide attempt, but he had completely lost his mind. They had to confine him to a mental asylum. When the nurses found him, there was a note pinned to his chest that read, "From now on anyone who sets foot on the cursed island will be reduced to ashes." Since that time, the story of the cursed island has been hushed up by the government. The name of the island was changed and it was removed from all of the maps to conceal its location. Any travel guide books that mentioned the island were destroyed. A few years ago, the last survivor died of a heart attack. When his body was found, there was a hastily scrawled note clutched in his cold dead hand. It read, "The last is dead. The curse is fulfilled. Do not look for the cursed island. All you will find is madness and death."
Join our community. Subscribe for engaging content, like to show support, comment to share your thoughts, and share to spread the love. Let's connect and grow together.